There are two types of teachers out there: the other teachers and the researchers and teachers like us. This is an example of the other teachers. Class, I want everyone sitting at their seats reading silent during our reading time. We will summarize what we read once reading time is over.
Researchers, class, I'm glad we're reading this book together. Goldilocks has just entered the bear's home. Turn to your partner and predict what will happen once she enters the home. We will share ideas as a class.
Some teachers say students should read silently and individually, but there are actually practices that can be done as a class to encourage talk and promote understanding. Some examples of during reading activities are pause and predict, shadow reading, modeled reading, noticing visual layout and text features, and rereading for detail.
These reading activities should model good reading strategies and make explicit what mature readers do unconsciously. Engage readers actively with the text and help learners understand how to read more effectively themselves.
One during reading activity that teachers can use is pause and predict. Pause and predict works great with narratives. Teachers read a narrative to the class and they pause when something significant happens or when something significant is about to happen. Teachers then encourage students to make predictions. Students can make predictions either as a whole class or with a partner, and then they can share their predictions as a class.
Benefits to using pause and predict is that students will become more engaged while staying on task and summarizing the information that's already happened.
A potential problem is time. Some teachers may argue that using during reading activities takes too much time in the class. While that is true, they do take more time. The benefits we mentioned before outweigh the potential problem of time.
Another during reading strategy to use in a class is shadow reading. Shadow reading is when a teacher reads out loud while the students listen and follow along with their own copy. Children should also be encouraged to read out loud with you. This strategy is important because it demonstrates how meaning is made through text, stress, and patterns of spoken language are related to the punctuation and the words on the page.
A potential problem with shadow reading is that teachers may not have a classroom set of the books that they want to read with the students, or if they do have a set, students might not follow along.
Remember what the researcher said, there is more to reading than silent reading. Use during reading activities in your classroom.